What up, everyone? Nate the Great Reviews is back with another quick review. Finally, got around to playing God of War Ascension. I am a huge God of War fan. Probably my favorite game series of all time, that and Halo. And I have beaten God of War 1, 2, and I've beaten 3. I beat the one on the PS4. And the other day I grabbed Ghosts of Sparta and Chains of Olympus. These, for the longest time, weren't on PS3. You could only get them on the PSP. But as soon as I could find a copy, I finally got to grab one. I really want to play it. So I obviously started off with Ascension because I was curious if they were going to add anything more to Kratos' backstory before the first game. Because Ascension is a prequel, it's before the first one. So this is like right after Kratos kills his Ares force and the kill his family and all that. And I'm gonna get the positives out of the way first. But just listen to me when I say this. This game is not a bad game. There is not one God of War game I think is bad. They are good, and it goes up from there. Nothing is under it. Every single game, even though I haven't played the two other ones, Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus, every game has so much care put into it. And that's where I gotta say, God of War Ascension is probably the best looking PS3 games ever on a technical level. It is fucking beautiful. The camera angles, I do have a complaint, but for the most part, it's not as bad as everyone says it is. And there is just some beautiful shots on here that really, really look next gen. Like if I had this on the PS3 when the PS3 was still going on in its life cycle, I'm still blown away. But like even now, and just having God of War on the PS4, this just looks phenomenal. So hats off to Santa Monica for always putting that detail in their games. They're literally like the next level Rockstar, or like just under them. They are just so careful of where they put things. Everything's not just there for the sake of being there. Very creative, and I really respect the art design, and it just makes the experience in the game so much better. The boss fights here are pretty fucking good. I really enjoyed them. Some of the camera angles did piss me off, but like I said, for the most part, really nice, really good looking. All the upgrades on your weapons are really, really nice. They like everything. You can get lightning, fire, ice, everything, and the combat in here is fucking awesome. I did have a bit of a complaint with the controls because they changed the controls from the original games, and you can't go into the settings and change it back. So I'm really used to circle being like the takedown button, but here it's R1. But I got used to it after a while. That's not like a thing I want to complain about. It's just a little nitpick at the beginning, but I got over it. And for the most part, every area feels fresh and brand new. And it's not a quick prequel you can just get through. It's pretty lengthy, like it's 6 to 8 hours. But I gotta say this, I did not beat this game, and I'll tell you why in a second. But this is the only God of War game I have like picked up and just gave up on. And I know I'm talking really positive, but I'm gonna be really negative in a second. And the voice acting here is just phenomenal. A plus. All the characters are interesting. I liked all the boss battles and the villains, all the side characters you bump into. You'll never get to see Kratos on a pirate ship. That's what it looked like. They're not pirates, but the way the boat made it look like, it kind of looked like a pirate ship. It was pretty cool. And he has some pretty good interactions with the Oracle. He's pretty nice to her. You never really see Kratos being nice to someone. But that's all I got to say for the positives. On in the negatives, there is some camera angles here that literally made me stop playing the game because I wasn't raging because I didn't like the camera. I literally 100% couldn't see where Kratos is. So there's a level I was playing, really pissed me off because I was on like the second chapter, and Kratos, for some reason, the camera zooms really far out, and you're on an elevator and you're going up and you have to fight a bunch of enemies and you can't step off the lever unless it goes down. Fine, pretty simple premise. But with the camera moving out so far and there being so many enemies, it's very hard for me to see Kratos. It literally looks like a midget running around with his head cut off, and I can't find him, and I just got a swarm of enemies. And that's why I stopped playing the game. The normal game mode on here is fucking feels like God mode on the new one, and the enemies themselves were harder than the boss fights. I literally couldn't get past the one area because of the camera angle. It literally, like, actually ruined the whole experience, which kind of sucks. But I'm still giving this game a 7 out of 10 because before all of that, I had a fucking blast. Maybe I'll go back to it and beat it someday, but right now, it was so rage-inducing. I couldn't change the camera whatsoever, and I need to see my character, so that was very upsetting. But that's my review, really. I don't have anything else to say. Great game. Go pick it up. You'll get used to the camera angles. But hey, let me know if you get stuck in the same part as I did, because I was literally at the end of the game, and that's a piss off. Thank you for watching.